Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Shah. I am a web designer based in the UK. So I've got my laptop out, which means we're going to be doing a website with me. So I'm going to be designing a landing page for a perfume brand. But this particular website is very special because we're going to be incorporating a very special and newly released technology which allows you to scratch and sniff the scent. So you can scratch the screen and it will release the scent out into the air, which I think is such a cool way to show off the perfume. So let's get straight into the design. Okay, to start us off with the layout, I'm jumping straight into UX Pilot, which helps generate a base design for me to go off of. I know the scents that we're going to be using, the color palette, an idea of what sections I think I want in there. And once I've got all of that in there, UX Pilot will take all of that information and spit out a layout for me with some ideas of imagery and some text all ready to go inside the design. Also, what I like to do, if I've got a website design inspiration, I add that in as a picture into my prompt, and then it will have like an idea of the design that I'm going for. So this is what it generated for me. So it's got kind of the full layout there for me, the different sections. It's got an idea of imagery, like I said, and all of the copy. I want to have a play around within UX Pilot to see kind of what I can change within it first, just because it has this feature where once you're happy with the design, you can preview it live and like test all the animations and things. I'm just gonna edit a little bit on UX Pilot and then we'll come back and we'll have a look at the animations and things. So this is the preview of the design. I just tweaked a little bit just to see kind of what I could do. And also this is the hover animations, just so that I can show you, like when you hover over this, a little bit more information and color comes up, which I think is really subtle but nice. But as for now, I'm gonna copy this over to Figma and start building out the design. What I like to do first is just grab all of the sections and I wanna make them all the same color so it looks like flowy. And then I'm adding in this green color to certain sections. And then I'm gonna start by changing the fonts in this header section as well. I'm using a font called Sweet Sans Pro. I love this font. Like, it's one of my favorites. I use it time and time again. It's just like trusty and it works as a button font, as subheading font. And now I'm just adjusting this header as well. This font I have also been loving. It's a new find. It's called Nocturne, I think. But I love it. I like to use the italics as well as the normal version. So I'm doing that across the website, but I'm just changing the colors and the layout a little bit. Happy with that. So now I'm going to go into the experience of scent section. And this is the most important section because this is where the scratch and sniff section is going to be. So I'm going to make sure that I build this out properly, change the colors, change the fonts, make the scratch and sniff area very visible of what it is, because obviously it's a very new invention. So people aren't really going to know straight away what to do. So we're going to make it very obvious. But first I'm going to change the layout a little bit and I'm going to change the fonts just to match with the rest of the theme that I'm going for. So again, the Sweet Sans Pro and the Nocturne. I think it's how you say it anyway. And then uploading the imagery of the actual perfume as well. So I've decided to make these little roundels for the scratch and sniff area with kind of the scents that you're going to be smelling when you scratch over it with your mouse. So I'm just designing that out here. I'm going to add an opacity layer over the top because we're going to add some text and we want to make that visible. So those are just like a black opacity, typing out the scratch and sniff, making sure that is big enough to be seen. And there we go. I think that is pretty much ready, except I just want to make those words italic to match in. Also, I decided to make this wavy banner with text kind of scrolling through it because I want to add even more emphasis about the scratch and sniff experience on the website. So we're just going to make this very obvious by having this wavy text banner that will scroll on the actual developed site. Okay, moving on to the next section, which just gives us a bit more information about the brand and how it started. So just changing the fonts again, the colors, making it all the same brand throughout, just so it like flows nicely. Adding that wavy section again lower down because I think it's a nice little branded element that we can keep throughout the website. And then I am just adjusting the fonts and the spacing a little bit throughout the rest of the site. To be honest, I'm keeping the layout pretty much the same from UX Pilot. I think UX Pilot did an amazing job of creating this landing page. So I'm not really adding anything or changing too much. If anything, I'm just adding a few like branded elements, but keeping everything the same, just changing the fonts and colors, and you'll be surprised at how much this really switches up the template. So just doing shop the collection area, changing those colors just to make it a little bit more vibrant. I think that's like the vibe of the brand. And we're almost at the end now. These are just the reviews and the email section. I wanted to make this email section a little bit smaller as well, so it feels like it's like floating on the page rather than its own section. So that's what I'm just doing now, and just adjusting the footer. Everything in there can pretty much stay the same, to be honest, but I'm just going to edit everything, tweak it slightly. So now that the homepage design is finished, I'm now going to add in that scratch and sniff technology into the experience the scent section. So I'm going to go do that now, and then I'll show you how it works after. Okay, so here is the final design. It is so beautiful. I love the colors. I like how it all flows. This is the experience the scent section, which we'll come to at the end, and I'll show you how it works. And then we've got the about the brand section here. We've got that wavy text template there as well. Perfume, shop the collection, and a review section there, as well as an email area. So I actually love this design. I love the colors, I love the feel of it, but now let's test the main event, the scratch and sniff area. So I'm gonna scratch it now and see if the scent is coming out. I am kidding, guys. April Fools. Obviously, there is no scratch and sniff technology. It would be pretty amazing if there was. I think I would love that, and I think a lot of perfume and candle brands would love that, but as far as I'm aware, that doesn't exist yet. But I wanted to create a April Fool's video in collaboration with UX Pilot, which is the tool that I use to design the layout of this website, and I highly encourage you guys to go and check it out, especially if you want to speed up your workflow a little bit and you don't want to have to think about text and images, and everything is just there for you. And obviously you've seen how much I can transform the template that they've given me with my own like branding and elements that I put in there. So I would highly recommend it, and it's perfect to give you ideas for your website portfolio, passion projects, and also clients, of course. But yeah, I had so much fun building this. I actually really love the finished product. If you want to check out UX Pilot, I will leave some information linked down below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.